What? What did I do? I'm
Nothing
not
yet.
Tick.
Nothing
Nothing
yet.
What happened last time, Rod?
Well, a fun little time happened as we were. Well, it began with Cheshire keeping her promise to Mary to go see the Burgomeister to get that. Try to get him to, I don't know, convince him in some way to help locate her daughter, her missing daughter. As Mary and Cheshire went up to his estate or home essentially, and came upon his sister apparently, who gave a bit of a sad smile, trying to give Mary a bit of a delicate touch, we'll say, as she seems to be well aware of what she's here for. Even with Ismark being there, it didn't really go that well. Though Mary did get the strength to stand up and demand more done, letters sent out, something to find his daughter. Ismark seemed frustrated a bit, maybe even sad, as he was a bit hopeless, especially with tonight being what it is. Though Cheshire's words about a dead body being found outside of town stopped him. There was a bit of panic. They got to talking more and of course he asked for Cheshire to walk with him as he reassured Mary that they will do something after tonight, as he wanted to know more exactly about this body that they found and what was going on. There have been a few deaths, more than one in the past month or so, and that brings fear and shock, especially in this small town, as well as the fact that there are a few missing. Not just Mary's daughter, though Mary has told them that the devil took her, and that could be, who knows what that could be exactly. And as he explained to Cheshire about the way their life was lived, how to prepare for the night of the ghosts, boarding up windows, locking doors, salt lines, and entryways. Cheshire also asked him exactly about how this place is run, especially with her own past experience of helping small, isolated places before. Apparently, Strahd's men keep the peace and have a strict hand on making sure no rules are broken, and you don't want to catch yourself on that bad side of them. As well as the fact that it's not necessarily the best, but it's the life they've had, and things could be far worse. And when it came to the body, outside of finding the body drained, which also alarmed him, and the fact that this can be a vampire more than likely, the note that it was left on his body was Sage's hands, as well as some other things. And though he has to take note of this, there's still a night to go for it with, as he of course told Cheshire that if they have no place to stay, they can stay at the manor for the night. Though there was a bit of alarm and a bit of annoyance when she mentioned that Sage seems to be going out tonight. And I believe he gave a story about those foolish enough to try to play. He's done it before, it happens, of course, but there are dire consequences, not just for you, but the people around you as well. And though the Fastani are a strange bit of folk too, they are not necessarily your friend as well, as they also do. Well, apparently they bring people in and they take them back out, so there's still a chance, a hope for us to get out of here. Maybe we can find some way to convince them. And I think it also went over to, Xerxes, who seems to be enjoying himself, speaking with the people at the bar, mainly the bartender, learning a bit more about these people, how money is run, how the Vistani actually was learned by Xerxes as well. And, news doesn't really travel and fast, and people like Xerxes aren't common. So mostly just information as well. And of course, like I said, Sage came in to say hello after spending some time getting used to the area and trying to understand exactly what this place looks like before her little treasure hunt, we'll say. Though Cersei tried to talk her out of it, even Cheshire once she came as well. Though once she explained a bit of the dagger's purpose to her, Cheshire seemed to be willing to allow her to do this, though they both did warn her. Sage, taking their advice, decided to trade manual labor, we'll say, for some salt, hopefully to use it in some form or fashion, though not knowing what Ismark told Cheshire, that part wasn't going to work out the best for her. As she offered salt for a delivery package to some town he needed to get it to, which she was fine with doing as well. And as everyone prepared for the night, Xerxes going to Ismark's and taking that invitation. Cheshire staying with Mary, not wanting her to be alone, and it's a dangerous night to be by yourself in grief. And Sage off to go hunt a dagger, while waiting for Mirabelle, who gave her the information that apparently the dagger is in the heart of someone filled with love. Very sinister all in all. As night fell, Sage went off to, well, the only clue seems to be that more likely she murdered a guy, so she went off to the graveyard to try to see if she could find anything of use. And there she came upon a corpse. More so the fact that she was a walking corpse and of a man she knew, of the body that we found outside of town, walking around with her dagger, stuck in his heart. Well, wanting to be quiet and delicate about this whole thing, especially not knowing what the fuck was going on, Sage decided to sneak up behind him and pull it out. Though sadly, she wasn't careful enough, as it frightened the man, and, well, accidentally he crushed her little hand, or caused a bit of bruising at the very least, as his screams and fear had alerted the ghost that Sage was trying to hide from, and, well, she had to go run for her life, dodging and weaving and trying to stay out of their way as best she could, and presented with another opportunity to find that knife from that man once she got a bit ways away, was able to pull the knife out, try to calm him down, and she just kept running. Along with him getting alerted, sadly, by the ghost, she was able to help him find a hiding spot, and, well, the kindly old churchman decided to help her out. Father Donovich had his doors open and let her in, of course chastising her for her foolishness, but allowing her to stay, as she told him about the man she found, and apparently that's something to look forward to in the morning, as we stayed and hunkered down. Cheshire, on the other hand, stayed with Mary, who was still lost in a bit of grief, as the ghosts' wails and noises were everywhere, though Mary had a bit of a fright, a moment to elapse, as she believed she heard her daughter's voice. Cheshire took a look and only saw the ghost and a humbling creature coming towards them before closing it back, insulting, before that voice was also heard by her. A young girl asking to be let inside, as Mary went to get the salt lines and Cheshire opened the door. And there she was, Mary's daughter, Gertrude, looking very pitiful and sad, wishing for her mother and asking to be let in. Cheshire being cautious, but letting her, well, not necessarily letting her come inside, asking questions exactly, asking if she can cross the threshold, though Gertrude could not give an answer. And when they were interrupted, as Mary, well, happy to see her daughter, almost ran towards her before Cheshire pulled back and tried to warn her. And though Mary offered her daughter entryway, of course, why wouldn't she? Her daughter came inside glad and happy to see her mom again as they hugged. I think they spent the nights as Mary went to sleep, and Cheshire began to speak with her. And it became obvious that Gertrude is something else. A bit hungry, of course, as well. And Cheshire offered her own arm instead of letting her feed up her mother. And, well, they spent the night together. Apparently, she dropping clues about her being released by mistake by Strahd, apparently. Though maybe he doesn't know fully what he's released or was unaware of her. And the fact that she's been hungry for quite some time. And, of course, well, she has to let her mother know that they can't tell anyone about her. Because, well, it's a bit dangerous. And was able to wake her mother up and just let this information sink in, as her mother smiled and nodded, happy to have her daughter back, of course. And Cheshire, a little uneased by the whole thing, didn't really interrupt, as Gertrude said goodbye and left through the door again, promising to come back to see her mother another night. It says, Xerxes, of course, unlike the other two who've had such harrowing adventures, was probably enjoying a pack of wine or something like that while he's staying with Ismark as they woke up the next day, fully refreshed. And, well, Ismark still had to go make the rounds and make sure everyone was okay, though a bit annoyed still with Sage's philandering outside there, and began to go about checking out things and making sure everyone's safe. And Sage and Father Donovich went out to go say hello to a vampire, as Donovich exclaimed that this man was Davlin, and Davlin was not doing well, scratching and itching and seemingly afraid to step out from the tree line that Sage had left him in. Apparently, he could not leave because he was definitely undead for sure, outside of the knife sticking out of his chest. And Davlin, well, he seemed to be a bit unawares and panicking, as Donovich urged her to go and get Ismark, a fellow she didn't really know, but she knew where to look, and she went off to go find him, finding Xerxes and Cheshire, who came together as well. And though Ismark seemed to be very unhappy with Sage, she was more preoccupied with the, possible vampire, as we came together to all come back to see the panicking Davlin, who seems to have a bit of a lost mindset going on, as we keep repeating phrases and words, deciding that to just put him inside the church. We had to put a blanket over him, drag him in there. Wasn't able to, able to calm him a bit with Xerxes' magic and a bit of screaming, a muffled struggle from him as we dragged him into the church. Sadly, we were, I wouldn't say caught, but a crowd of people came upon us, demanding exactly what was going on and wanted to know why, well, who and what was going on, mostly. As some of us was able to see, well, Faye Maribel giving a wink from the back of the crowd as she disappeared, seemingly being the one who brought them together. And I think that's where it ended last.
Listen, wouldn't you want to inform the good people of the town that something fishy is going on?
Of course, Gron. Of course, that's what she's doing.
Yeah. You can see the people have gathered in front for some sort of explanation. As sorry, go ahead.
Is Davla in the church now, though?
Yes, you put him into the basement.
Gotcha.
There's Ismark just looks annoyed, tired, stressed.
This is Ismark, what do you guys do for this type of situation? She kind of like whisper quietly. She doesn't really know how much she's allowed to really say to this group of people.
This isn't the normal type of situation.
Do you guys have like authorities you usually report to? Or,
Yes.
I don't know.
The Lord's men will be here anytime soon if anyways, but things get too worse. To get things go too bad. Can send a message. There's ravens and crows that carry such messages, but
How long would that take?
not long. Why?
Cool. Because I don't know how long this crowd can. I assume we're gonna let them know.
He shakes his head, says, "We, the mayors, the burgermeisters, have to handle these things, and the people at the castle won't intervene in such affairs."
Gotcha.
Plus, if they send someone to investigate, it will most likely be someone that can walk during the night.
Okay. Cool.
I think you kind of gave him the details about like where you found him, how long ago. The
Yeah,
letter.
because he's just like,
we talked about
yeah.
We realized that it was the same guy.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Mirabelle told me about this, man. I don't know what to tell you. Don't yell at me.
Here we go, and he like kind of goes outside as the crowd is getting more anxious. As the older gentleman kind of like looks very annoyed as he sees Ismark approach. As well, what is the meaning of this, Ismark? This is you better have a good explanation for what's going on there. Ismark kind of says, well, I believe it's best if we hand him over to the authorities. So we'll keep him here a night or two at most. As like the crowd, there's like some fucking annoyed grunts and sighs, and you can see some people rolling their eyes and others getting a bit more anxious. As Bildrath speaks and says, "Yes, Mark, you know the proper way of doing this. Gonna kill him anyway. We might as well be done with it. No reason to endanger everyone here. For what? He's not human anymore, Ismark. And just prolonging the man's suffering." As Ismark is clearly looking like unhappy with this. Not sure if any of you have anything to add or want to say anything as this sort of small debate is going on.
I wanted to ask, could we? I don't know. Does anyone know what happens to someone who gets turned to a vampire in this world exactly? Do they normally get killed, or they're just taken away and never seen again?
Ask that.
Yeah. If I could ask before he leaves, because I don't know exactly what exists. She doesn't know the proper way things are run here. Like, what happens when you become a vampire in this world, in this town?
I mean, Donovich is right there, next to you, and still
Yeah,
kind
I
of
can ask.
mostly inside the church.
Yeah, I asked Donovich then. Yeah.
Well, the authorities don't let anyone just turn into one. Strict rules, and not the issue though. Because I was gonna say, all of you know, I guess, I think you are knowledgeable enough that unless all of these people are true vampires, you can't just turn someone into a vampire. You're not like a true vampire yourself.
Gotcha.
So Danovich kind of says, almost soldiers. Well, they're not. There's not that many people who should be able to do this, and if such accidents happen, and he says the word very like clearly upset. They usually they usually drag all of it, hide it. My brain's not fucking firing on all cylinders. What's the word in English?
Which one?
Cover it.
Yeah,
Cover it
put it
up.
up.
clean
Covering
up.
it up, yes, thank you. They usually just cover it up. An accident, some blackguards come, they kill the victim and move on. So what's gonna probably happen to young Devlin over there?
Isn't he like?
Cheshire at that actually is going to shrug. What is the point of leaving him alive? Then, if he will die eventually.
Ismark
Is he like-
Ismark is a good man. He's taken over rather recently. I don't think he has yet the stomach for. He hasn't had any executions. Those problems have been ones you can solve without violence. He's not a violent man.
Was it everyone like part of your guys' community thing? Like someone you knew
He
and
nods.
things like that?
I've watched the
Sure.
boy grow up. So has Ismark.
Aren't
Ismark.
you a little bit?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, she's gonna ask like, aren't you a little bit upset that this was done to him? Don't you want to know who dared, I don't know, hurt someone in your community?
I would like nothing more. But unlike Ismark, I am old enough to remember these things happen. It's just that usually they don't come back or escape the castle.
But he didn't escape your castle, right? He just went out to meet some sweetheart.
He looks again very upset when you say that. It's more of the devil's mind tricks. They can play with your feelings, with your memories, and I've seen people forget. Seen people forcibly made to forget. I've seen a vampire knight walk into a house, and when he walked out, nobody even remembered his face. His Mark needs to make the call. I can do nothing but pray at this point. For both him and young Dublin.
Yeah, Sage just grimaces but nods.
As Ismark kind of like started, you can like hear the silence gets a bit cut by Ismark and just kind of shouting at this. Enough is enough. I will inform you when a decision has been made. I have notified you. Have sent a crow to the castle. They know, and they will be sending someone as soon as they can. Now, all of you, I need all of you to go back into your homes. We shall discuss this no more. There seems to be a general general anger, but people will relent for now, as they will be sort of heading back. As Ismark just kind of comes back inside and slams the doors of the church. These people. As Donovich will look at him and say, "No, they are right though, Ismark." And he like turns around with a very upset look, shakes his head, says, "No. This isn't like the others, Father. Seen him? I think this is something more, and I think we need to have a proper investigation about this." And Donovich just kind of looks at the three of you as in a sort of, he's hopeless.
Ah,
As he'll, like Donovich says, well, at the very least I can have some tea for everyone. You want?
Would love some, thank you.
I will not object to you.
Appreciate the hospitality.
He'll kind of head over to some of the living quarters as he'll start the fire and some water to boil as you all kind of find a table to sit around. Ismark kind of looks at the three of you and says, "Listen, I know you're new here, but you seem quite competent. Maybe you can help out. I'm willing to trade offers for your services. I need people to... I need to find out what happened. You said you found his corpse outside of the town, not that far away. Still dead, which means he was turned recently. Which means that it can't have been someone at the castle.
Cheshire nods. Do you want us to go back to where we found him, see if we can retrace the steps?
Yeah, I don't... Maybe? I'm not... This isn't... I'm not sure what to do.
Well, there's that, and there's also Mirabelle.
He just very upset, kind of, when you mention her.
I don't think some of us noticed that she was there at the back of the crowd, seemingly not surprised about what was going on.
always did give me headaches. Well, you know what? Since we're here having tea, you're three outsiders. I think I should do. Stake him and leave him out for the sun.
They're not wrong. It's a whole. I assume his diet's gonna be a big problem as it already is, but also there's no guarantee there won't be another is Davlin or another person. There's someone making them, right?
I mean, what's his long-term prospect?
Well,
If they've already you've already alerted the council, and all they do is pull them anyway.
well,
What's the point of a
once
suffering then?
gonna give up on him then.
Listen, that's. Oh, you want to say something, Zaz?
Yeah, Cheshire will just say. Cheshire will just say. Do you think you can hide him?
No. But I think that if we have proof by the time they get here that he is a victim, they won't be able to treat it. Have enough proof. Force their hand to investigate. They won't just be able to ignore this.
Do you think that, or do you hope that?
I hope that. I also lied to the people. I did not send any message yet. So we have at least 2.5 days. Donovich will very disapproving look will put down the tea table. Bismarck says, listen, they don't not like they would send someone proper, they just want to. Maybe I'm just insane, you know what? Maybe I am the only one who just can't just execute him. Is that your suggestion?
There's a lot. What?
Yeah, Cheshire will say. Cheshire will just say. It depends. Do you think if they do spare him, they will still take him? Will the
Yes.
life at the castle be better for him? Will he make it there? Will he keep himself there?
Don't know. I have no idea how they live inside and what's it like to be part of the army.
It's also the fact that he didn't ask for this. Someone made him this, and that person needs to come to justice, right?
He like seemingly reassured by what he takes to be as confirmation for his beliefs.
Man, so go give me a...
Oh, his mark.
We will look. We will ask the question. We will ask questions. We will look around. Cheshire will actually say, none should. If this was an easy choice, I don't think I would trust a man that this would be an easy choice. We will do what we can, and we will have to hope at the end of the day that there's enough.
Thank you. You said about the letter. That should be your biggest clue. Davlan was a Well, he was never the smart one.
Did he live alone? Did he have family or anyone else?
Well, he's been living alone for a few years now. His family, they were, well, they were taken. His father never came back, and his mother, um, she killed herself soon after.
Ah,
Sometimes,
okay.
sometimes when they return back from the castle, they're not right. They might be fine physically, but mentally.
Shire's like fists grip at hearing that.
Well,
And even someone like him wouldn't be so stupid to just walk out into the woods. Hope, dreams. But there are, well, even as kids, we're told stories not to venture too deep into those woods. The closer you get to the old Darst estate, the more weird things get. They say ghosts, spirits, and other monsters haunt that part of the woods, even more so than other parts of this valley.
do you think sorry, do you think there might be some clues at his home? That maybe this isn't the first letter he's gotten?
Might be. I will, as he like finishes the tea. If you're willing to help, again, I trust you. He kind of puts down the key to his house. I'll have to make the rounds and talk to Bildrath. Always a pain in the ass.
Good luck.
And like nods as he'll get up and walk away.
Okay. Playing detectives. Sounds like fun. Any ideas where to start first?
For everyone to add, if you're gonna embark on this, a new vow, let's make it like dangerous. You can call like the door vow. I don't know. No, not door. Fucking
Davlin?
Davlin. Yeah.
Probably check out the house. I said we can check out the road. No, but now most I think most whatever tracks that were probably gone.
Well, There's three things. Check where the body was, check out his house, and talk to Mirabelle.
Do we wish to split up, or do we want to handle one at a time?
I say for the checking out the other places we can, Mirabelle, we might want to be more delicate. She's a wily one, but we'll see who she likes more. Maybe Cheshire can do some, a little razzle-dazzle with her. Also, she owes me a secret place of gold and treasure, I believe.
I'm sure there'll be golden treasure.
I hope so. Something.
I'm sure she would never lie or trick you.
Why would she lie to me? Magic Man, why would she lie to me?
Magic Man sighs inside.
Damn. Where would you go next? First.
What do you guys think? For where the body was, or house first?
I'd go with the house, because, like,
Yeah.
Zachman is
So
right.
anyway.
It's been like a day. It's been like, presumably, like a day since we left that body, 2 days, so something since he died, so I don't know, man.
It'll be statistically unlikely for him to be left behind. Not impossible, but like,
Gotcha. Okie dokie. Gonna see Davlin's house.
As yeah, you make your way through the village. Eventually arrive to the house. As you unlock the door, you walk, and it's a smaller home to be sure, but and it looks well enough maintained compared to everything else. So you can give me a gather information.
let's just say.
You gather information.
May I add my keen senses for a +1 grunt?
No.
Ah,
Gosh,
Never mind. Oh my
Oh,
god. Oh my god.
giant
Never mind.
here, just
we're fine.
your brain power.
We're fine.
It's a mistake. I rolled a 1. Damn, Magic Man is not into this shit. But Cheshire over here.
yeah. I'll still try.
Oh my god, Sage. Okay, honestly,
Look at this! Look at this fucking sorcerer over here. Not even the wise man.
Honestly, this is kind of fitting. Zarky's like thinking that there's not much to be found. Zarky's thinks Ismark is hyper coping, so probably not was whole hard in here. This guy kind of fitting, honestly. You two are far more dedicated to the cause.
Wonderful. Wonderful that the Sage also rolled with us, because you'll both find them. You'll spot not just the letters, but like little trinkets. You'll also spot he was clearly you'll find what looks like called it like a flowery crown, like made out of like flowers and like small twigs. You'd also find what seem to be more letters, as this man seems like he was talking to a nice lady, a beautiful lady, that he meant to give that little crown before he departed to meet her.
Well, how far are they dated at all, I assume, or is there any type of indication how long this has been going on?
Not long enough. Very like the very I'm trying to think. Like it's all within like a week, or rather, I think.
There aren't that many letters, basically.
Yeah, no, it's like 1 or 2. But there's a lot of like he was clearly trying to prep some sort of gift for her before like
gotcha.
departing.
And there's nothing that indicates how they met, just letters and correspondence right now.
It seems that she visited him at night.
Oh, of course, of course. And is there a name at all for her?
No. There seems to be very like vague adjectives for her. But I'll say this, given the fact that you know that they can fuck with people's minds, and the fact that there is one thing I'll give you, is that apparently she couldn't come inside for some reason. Both of you would put enough of things together to realize that he was talking to a vampire, and that she was kind of messing with his head a bit. That's why there's no real physical descriptions, there's no names, it's all just kind of vague.
Hmm.
And she was clearly trying to like lure him out. And not like out of the house, but like out of the town.
Well, it seems he was being played with, or at the very least, she was having fun.
I'll also say
Look-
something because you did with a match. You realize, like most of these people kind of know, like they grew up in this environment. They've been taught by their parents or at least someone. They're not like gullible enough to be like, there's a stranger outside my window. I wonder who could that be. And the fact that he even entertained these thoughts is kind of weird, because a normal person would just kind of fucking just ignore it and then report it to the authorities, right? Like, why didn't he do that though?
Gotcha.
You can mark a progress down. Oh.
So you two didn't discover anything here?
Found a lot, actually.
Oh, really?
That is.
A pretty little flower crown. With no one to wear it, sadly.
Well, any indication from the others where to go next?
Well, we have a lot of stuff to show Ismark, the very least. We can definitely check on Mirabelle to see what she knows, or how my dagger got into his heart. But will this be enough?
Yeah, that looks over the letters he asked him. He seems to be a bit optimistic about the authorities. I mean, this is kind of plain as day that this is a vampire's doing, but I mean, that was already obvious beforehand.
True. Yeah, we might need more then.
Unless Devil came by and cursed him, I'm not sure that anyone else but a vampire that could have turned him.
How to be someone you
Cheshire.
trust?
Cheshire shrugs. Will any amount of evidence convince them? He seems to be hoping against hope.
Well, maybe it's all for naught, but this guy seemed to have trusted this woman enough to, let go of everything he's been taught his entire life?
Simple vampire domination, charm spells and whatnot.
But they already know that. He would know that.
Well,
Why would
it's
he
not too.
open the door?
She could have met him at she could have met him at the tavern.
And no one would have realized. I guess. Do they just walk in town then? Do they have access to the town without invitation?
I've never heard of a vampire needing to be invited into a town. It's usually invited into a house.
Oh, I'd say like by tavern. Sorry.
Yeah, tavern. Yeah.
Like, you had to have met him somewhere where he would, one, be alone and no one else around, and two, wouldn't be suspicious of either a stranger or someone new. And the fact that he must have realized he couldn't come inside. We can only just talk to Mirabelle, see if it's worth anything, and let Ismark know. If nothing comes of it, then sadly nothing comes of it.
We lose nothing by talking to her.
What do you say, Zaz? I'm sorry.
Nah, we lose nothing by talking to her.
Yeah. Let's go pay a visit to our favorite tavern scammer.
Did she scam you, or did you just lose?
My pride asks that she be called scammer, but I understand. She looks sad as she thinks about it.
The seed is part of gambling.
Yes, I know. She did it better than me. I know.
You make your way to the tavern. As you walk in, and there she is, just sort of drinking with her friends. As once she sees the three of you, she kind of like rolls her eyes, gets up, and actually approaches you instead.
Mirabelle, there you are.
I hope this is not another angry, very condescending chatter you wish to have with me.
What? When have I ever been condescending, angry, or have just chatter in any type of conversation we've ever
I'm
had?
just saying, I think someone told Ismark that I am somehow responsible for the people knowing about a little thing at the church. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
I don't know, actually, Mirabelle. I mentioned I saw you there, but seems he doesn't really like you. I'm not sure why, though.
Maybe he likes me too much.
I wanted to come because we had a deal. I was hoping you would try to, give your side of the bargain.
Pick a dangerous fight with the Vistani. See how it ends with you, as she kind of smirks.
Fight? I'm not fighting. I had a lovely challenge and I succeeded. Come now. I nearly died. You can't get mad at me.
I can, though. Not because of the challenge, but because of snitching.
What? I don't think we call that snitching.
How would you call it then?
Ismark accused me of a heinous act. I tried to, of course, relay him that we were playing a wonderful game together, and I didn't realize it would be such. Well, a vampire would be all.
And I suppose. And which part of that involved telling him that I gathered the people outside?
I didn't say you gathered anyone. I just said I saw you at the back of the crowd and you left. That's all. I mentioned you were there. I didn't realize he would put some type of accusation on you.
Sage. I'll remember this.
We found a grunt self-insert.
Really, actually. I mean, Grunt is a Romani, as we know from Tick. But naturally, of course, these are his people.
As she'll say, but indeed correct about the wager. Unlike you, Sage, I don't just double-cross people. I respect my word.
Mirabelle, I didn't even know there was a double crossing involved. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause harm.
We'll see about that.
Into my eyes, Mirabelle, please.
Cheshire looks very. Cheshire just standing. Cheshire's very much just standing there, like she very confused. She's not following this conversation very well at all.
Magic Man regrets going here talking to Mirabel.
Look, I need to get my stuff, guys. We will all investigate for, I promise.
No, Magic Man, I assure you, for now, the conversation for now, there's a face of unfucking surprise on Magic Man's face. About what I expected.
She says, well, give me your map. I'll mark the location of the treasure.
She does.
Holy shit! It's a Skyrim NPC.
As yeah, she's just kind of like, I don't know, as she takes your map, highlights. This is where you see on the map. There's these ruins. These ruins. She kind of points at them. Yeah,
What
there
are
you go.
these routes? Argenvar?
Yep. There's a lot of gems and other easy things you can carry. Probably net you a good enough catch to sell them to the proper person.
Ah,
Cheshire's maybe gonna ask the obvious thing, but she's still gonna ask it anyways. And she's gonna ask if they're easy to grab. Why are they still there?
I never said anything about easy to grab. I said I couldn't go take them. They're easy for me, but I have to stay around this place. You, though, you're not really bound by that. And if she can dodge ghosts, she can surely dodge other things.
what's now?
Well, I want to spoil the surprise. Let you find that out on your own. As a thank you for having me have to deal with Ismark now.
Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it would cause such upset. I'm sorry, Mirabelle. I do have to ask, how exactly did you get my dagger into the heart filled with love?
Well, I stabbed him with it.
And he didn't attack you at all?
Cheshire actually Cheshire laughs at that.
Well, I'm not sure. Do the dead usually attack you when you stab them?
Did you just find it stumbling along? Weren't you scared out of your fucking mind?
No, I found him in a tree, which was kind of weird, but...
Oh. He was still dead when you found him.
Mm-hmm.
Did he just move and try to attack you, and that's why you stabbed him?
No.
Was he still just dead in the tree and you just
Yes.
stabbed him? How'd you know his heart was filled with love? How was that?
I feel like these are a lot of questions for something I'm not... Like, what am I getting out of this?
You're filling my curiosity, if nothing else, Mirabelle, with your beautiful voice.
Well... Unfortunately for you, I have to give out so many explanations to a certain Burgermeister that I'm just so tired right now of giving explanations.
Is there something something in particular you would want to indulge our curiosity?
You know what? Let's play a funny little game. How about that? You win, I'll tell you all I know. I win, you leave me alone.
What is the game?
Let's just call it hide and seek. I hide, you try and find me. If you manage to find me by midday, you win. And I'll give you a clue of where I'm hiding.
Sounds fun enough.
She'll look to the other two.
Cheshire, not Cheshire, but sorry, I apologize. Sage will nod. Shrug mostly, why not?
Seeing as the other two nod, Magic Man will sigh and also fucking nod.
Think how should I phrase this? Okay. Up and down by a tree. That's where you'll be finding me. Back where this all began. And then she smiles and wanders off.
Well, I have a few ideas. What about you two?
Back with this all began. Does she mean where we began? That would seem a little obvious, though.
There's a lot of trees, and unless it's the tree where we found, or she found him, which I doubt.
Wait a minute, Sage. Did you not climb up a tree and then go back down one?
Yeah, that's right. When I went
That
to...
is very obvious, though.
Yeah, so
Well, we have midday. We can just do a search. Start with that tree first, and then the tree where we found the dead guy in.
we can
Well,
walk
not
past both
yeah.
trees, yeah.
Yeah.
If we find nothing, then we'll continue our search elsewhere. It seems her games are usually not that fruitful. Or not worth the effort.
As
Something
you'll...
tells me.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, something tells me she doesn't like to be straightforward.
Oh, let's go.
As you head out, yeah, if you check like the tree in the cemetery, like near the cemetery.
Yeah, I think that's where I climbed up and down basically and stuff.
I was talking about the tree.
So, yeah, the
that,
first
like,
along
we
the
were
road.
the tree you climbed in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when this, you know, you like climbed up to have a look around the area.
I see. I apologize,
That's
guys. Yeah,
I was
okay.
gonna say, okay, that's even further away.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, that's why, because I was saying this is even worth it.
But
In Cheshire's head, it's like if it's obvious, maybe the challenge is getting there by the day.
Yeah, so that's like I think she wants us to waste our time.
But also the fact, well, I'm not sure how bound by the town she really is, or how far she can go actually too. Never mind. Yeah, you guys are right. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say at least the tree where you found Davlin first is closer than the tree you climbed in.
Yeah, let's go check out that one first. How close is it? Like a few hours away?
Yeah, I mean it's out of town.
Yeah.
Not, I don't think like few hours, maybe like an hour or so out of town.
We can go check that out of there. We need to like investigate the area. Maybe we can find something there around the area. I don't think we can walk back like a week's travel. I think, or not a week's travel. I'm not sure how far. I think like a day's travel.
I don't.
Midday,
Yeah.
unless we
About to
sprint
say,
over
yeah.
there. I mean, I technically we could like sprint over there.
As yeah, you'll be walking out of town. And as you're heading towards the woods, about an hour or so away. Probably a bit more, actually. No, I think you're right. I think it was a bit further out. But
It's the only possible tree we can get there in time and move on teleportation.
As you reach the tree where you found, rather the area where you found Davlin. As you kind of get close to the tree, you realize there's the person sort of standing, kind of staring at it. As you'll kind of glance back, shrouded in a cloak, looking at the three of you.
Is he?
Now, Grunt, now, who is this man,
Is this a scary
Grunt?
man? Is this a scary man?
This is a scary man.
You cannot evade him, Red.
Setup.
This was in fact a ruse.
Shaking my fist at the sky.
Where's the Red L sticker?
Darn. It's a Grunt. Grunt once again puts the most untrustworthy person in front of me, and I'm like, yeah, I can trust everything you say. Drat, how does this keep happening to me?
Where's the Red L sticker? He even isn't the sticker. See, it's perfectly fitting.
He's doing the sticker.
As he'll kind of,
Luckily, Cheshire is not Sage. Cheshire is not Sage. Cheshire will walk up to the guy.
he'll kind of give you a nod. He like turns back and looking at the tree.
Cheshire is just going to outright say it. Cheshire will say it. You're looking for what happened to the man that was in that tree too?
This was the place he was killed at.
Aye. It was. Cheshire will actually say, actually, he was killed. He was killed on the road. I put him in the tree.
Well, then that maybe explains why I can't find signs. Would you mind showing me where I found him?
Yeah, Cheshire will take him there.
As you kind of like turn around and lead the scary man, he'll kind of look at you, Sage, as there's like a hint of recognition. Ah.
You. God told me to look at you.
Wide-eyed innocent look. Who, me?
Divine providence.
As he'll kind of look at you and just kind of say, thank you, before following Cheshire further.
Sage looks confused. Oh, yeah, so for that guy.
Right? You meet some interesting people, Sage.
I bumped into him in town. Really had a moment to have a conversation before we parted ways.
He will kind of like stop. As he like turns to you and says, "Wait, why are you even here, all of you?"
We are on a fool's errand from.
Cheshire will just say. Cheshire will just say. Well, the man who died got back up, and we're trying to find out what we can about what happened to him.
Who may you be, kind sir?
Just a concerned citizen, and it's better if you don't tell people about me. But you look like outsiders.
This is our third day, yes.
But weird to find you out here.
Yeah. We had been asked to look into what happened to the man. We were the ones that originally found his body.
As You eventually reach the spot where you found him kind of dead. As the man starts like casting a spell. Listen, Sage. If you want to pickpocket him, you can do that if you want.
Do it. Do it. Do
I think
it.
I can't do all these casting spells. I'll wait for my time, but I will.
No,
He's
he's
scared.
distracted. He's
Listen,
distracted.
That's true. That's true. He does have a coin pouch.
What better time to pickpocket a wizard than when they're doing nerd shit?
Sage, what does useless money have in this world?
I mean, I'm not planning to stay here long.
Magic Man is sighing inside. More.
Okay, Grant, I'll take the bait, but I don't think waiting for him to be casting spells is a good point. It's still,
What would
But
be the
I will
good
try.
point?
you're right. There's
He's-
no good point. You're right.
he's
He's
You're right.
focused. He's like
literally
focused.
distracted right now.
You can
Okay.
give me. Listen, you can give me. What would that? Yeah, I'll be face danger.
Oh, okay. I have rogue class now. Oh,
yeah,
this
I
is a
guess
dodger.
this
Never mind.
is. I was gonna say this would probably be shadow. So,
Okay.
but
I don't
believe
think-
in you.
Thank you.
you have like bonuses. Fine.
Come on.
Which ones do I add, Grant? All of them or just one? 'Cause I'm not dodging an attack, so I don't think I'll get it from the rogue class.
You might be dodging attack here fucking soon.
That's true. That's true.
I'll let you get the +1 from this one as well. Actually, let me check something.
Yes, of course.
I'm predicting it. Strong hit with the match. I'm predicting it right now.
God.
Manifesting it.
I see dark clouds.
Yeah, no, never mind.
Over the
Never
spell
mind.
trap.
You don't get any bonuses to this one.
I see
Sad.
dark
Because you
clouds over the
can-
spell trap.
Yeah, you can like get better at it. Like there's advantages.
Okay, so just a simple roll with shadow, right?
Yep.
I see. Strongness.
You snatch his coin bars. He's like fucking casting spells. It's not just like a spell casting. He's like clearly checking the area for signs. Xarxes, you're not really sure. He's clearly an experimented wizard. He's probably checking for any magic, for like any footprints. It's a full-on involved process. But yeah, you just snatch it. Quick,
Yeah.
easy. It's not like heavy with coin, but it does have things in it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at it while he's there, bro. I'm gonna wait till I find a secure location.
In the sense that it's not just like it's not a coin it's not filled with coins. It's filled with other things.
Okay, that's still hopefully something valuable.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, it looks nice at the very least, so it must contain something nice. As not sure while he's doing that if there's any conversations or any questions you would like to ask of him.
So, oh, go on. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Zaz.
No, you can ask questions first.
Yeah, she's gonna like. So, are you one of those guards they talk about coming from the castle to investigate?
Something like that.
It's the day, right?
Yep.
Thought Ismark mentioned something about them, and they would like somebody that would be sent who would come during the night.
Those would be blackguards. I'm not one of them.
How does his clothes look? Because I know I have the picture, but does he look like it's wealthy clothes in comparison to everyone we've seen?
It's a very simple black cloak. Like the hood is over his head. Like he is clearly trying to keep a low profile. So no, he's not wearing expensive fucking clothing.
I'm like in comparison to everyone else, because everyone else just use
No.
reused
Yeah,
clothes all the time.
it looks like normal like travel clothes.
Gotcha.
There's like the reason why they would stand out a bit on closer inspection is that unlike a lot of the clothes that everyone here that have been clearly patched and sort of fixed over and over and over again, his looks much more like um brand new, like less worn, but they're not expensive, you would think.
Gotcha.
As as Cheshire will just mention that. As Cheshire will mention, we were at the man's house. Found the letters.
Mhm.
Beyond that, came out here originally to meet with somebody, lady named Maribel, but I think she just. I think she just wanted to avoid us.
Is she the one who sent you here?
She gave the clue about a tree where all of this began.
Yeah.
This is the only tree in range that we can reach by. Or simply the. Yeah. What?
Man is he like looks upset a bit at at this information.
My suspicion personally is that she went away back to her wherever she lives, or to that encampment I think they have.
You have been what we called.
Ah.
I'm not surprised at all in the slightest. Complete, I'm fucking surprised I'm not this way.
Cheshire just shrugs. We had to come out there anyways.
Yeah, true.
They do love to play the little games.
Speaking of tricked. Speaking of tricked. We've been told they bring people here often. Usually we're told that there were guides. We had no guide. We were in fact just left on this road when we first came. Was that also just a trick, or is that something unusual?
I tend to not get myself too involved with Stani politics. But yes, it is quite unusual. It will bring people in that have need of their skills. As such, abandoning them on the road seems quite counterintuitive. Believe I've gathered all the information I need here, but as a sign of my gratitude, I will try and help you in your investigation as well. As he'll as he casts like another spell, there seems to be an illusion that sort of manifests that is about to recreate at least what he could piece out of the events that happened here. As you do see Davlan kind of walking, as there's a woman, and like her face is blurred, like her features are very vague. It's kind of like an outline. You can kind of tell like her hair color. It's very vague features. As the two of them sort of embrace before she like slams him up near a nearby tree as she seemingly digs her claws and fangs into him and starts draining him dry as he like struggles powerlessly against it before you see like a third individual come from behind and sort of with with a lot of force, kind of yanks her off of him as they both fall into the mud before the sort of the illusion fades. As now that you've seen the illusion, you can. The mud has been sort of. It's much more faded, but the tree, like the place where he was slammed into, like you can see physical marks of all of this.
Any details about the third person?
No, it's even vaguer than the other one.
Completely, nothing clear.
You can tell he's a man and he's like bigger than she was, but that's about it.
About time like the third individual like came in to pull her off Devlin, was Devlin dead by
Yeah.
then, or was he? Okay.
Dead. Which would explain how he turned into a vampire, but that means that she is one as well. This is... It's quite bad. As the man is fuming. Is there anything else I can do for you three?
Well, we have to let Ismark know. There's still Devlin's still a vampire, I guess now.
I take it you're of the local. I'll take a wild guess, and I assume you're in some fashion related to the local authorities at the castle. Some kind of investigator, I take it.
Yes.
What is the official procedure on turned vampires?
They will be executed. One may not sire without permission. And as she like gestures to the entire area, this is not permission.
Look, this Devlin guy is pretty messed up. I guess this person messed with her head pretty badly to the point it's not good. Ismark's trying to find a way. It doesn't mean he has to kill someone he's known all his life. So, kind of feel bad for the guy. It's not his fault. Some crazy woman decided to have fun with him.
No, it's not his fault. He is merely a victim of this place, like many others.
Is there a way we can help? I don't know, save his life, or at the very least, give Ismark a little bit of hope here? Or is it just doom and gloom, no matter how you spin it?
For him to be turned, he must have been a true vampire. Those are much rarer around here. Most of the soldiers that walk the night are merely vampire spawn. Means the perpetrator, well, limits the options. You solve this before the blood collectors arrive. I believe you'll be able to save the man, as he will be treated as a victim, and they will not be able to just kill him.
Sorry, finish first.
Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead.
I beg your pardon, but isn't from the facts obvious on its own that he is the victim, and unless he made a deal in which wiping his memory was part of the arrangement to be turned.
Have to force their hand. They will most likely try to find excuses to be done with us. There's a true vampire involved into this. I'd be very happy. You seem to be quite invested into this. I find it a bit hard to believe you are merely helping out of the goodness of your hearts.
I like mysteries.
Cheshire
Kind
shrugs.
of laughs a bit at that.
I'm merely tagging along, also making sure she doesn't make another bet with Vistani.
Listen,
Cheshire will just shrug. Actually, this is usually what I did back home.
That's a pleasant surprise.
I used to be an explorer by trade. Well, exploring mysteries is also part of my profession. Though investigating crimes is a recent change.
I believe that if you wanted to track down your vampires, you must operate somewhere within this area. They can move in and out. The sunlight would burn them. Search the surrounding area and hopefully you'll find traces of their activities. Be sure to take shelter by night though.
And Cheshire nods at that.
And be careful with the Vistani. They can, well, mischievous doesn't really cover it, does it now?
that's a word for sure.
I will try and give you as much time as possible. Delay maybe the inspection. Give you under a day or two to work.
Thank you.
Take care. As he'll just kind of turn around and start walking into the forest.
Well, gotta find a dastardly duo, apparently, scuttling around in the woods.
I didn't think they were working together, even though it does beg the question that being able to kick a vampire away, a true vampire, even a weak one, still no mean feat. They weren't
Hey,
that many
Goran, I do want to ask a question. I know we only got the very like basic outline of the vampire that did this to Davlon, but like did that look familiar at all?
Yes, that would fit Gertrude's like silhouette quite well.
Oh no.
That's bad. That's terrible. That's bad.
Like the hairstyle to her proportions to just, yeah. How is Cheshire like keeping composed about this?
Well, she's trying to, yes.
Yeah, then There are like footprints around. Hasn't rained, so probably try and maybe see if you can find some tracks. See if there's any any activity in the area. That's not like that's human nature. At least it looks like. Who
Would
would
that be
like
just...
to roll? I'm gonna let one roll, and I'm gonna give you bonuses.
I think we have the same modifier, so it doesn't matter who you or me.
No, I
we'll
think
go...
I think Sage is a bit better at this.
Oh, is he? Damn, it's AJ.
Yeah,
That's
because
supposed.
Sage has bonuses.
Oh yeah, for like if it's gathering information, stuff like that.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Then you
Yeah.
do that.
So, yeah, give me a gather information. You get a +1 from your racial stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll give you another +2 for the other two helping you. So,
You do.
yeah, as you as you all kind of sort of start looking around the area as with their help, Sage, as well as your own keen senses, you do manage to pick up a faint trail that hasn't dried up, and it will lead you sort of through the woods, but not too deep, as eventually you find yourself walking for like a few hours, getting a bit closer to dusk, but you reach a point where there's this like cave that sort of goes deeper into the ground that the footprints lead into.
Well, that's very spooky.
Do we wish to go in?
Should we go in unawares, or it's gonna be night soon? So
Well,
whoever's in there might be awake.
Well, if we're dealing with a vampire, during the day will prevent her from running out.
There's supposed to be possibly two of them, maybe.
I don't think they were working together.
True.
And we know nothing about the second one. Nothing indicated him being a vampire per se. Unless he was a legendary warrior, either that means that this vampire is probably not the most capable fighter. Of course, not to be underestimated. Vampires are so strong, to be true ones, but
What do you think, Cheshire? You're the one who's fought bigger and badder.
I'd rather face a threat now than wait for an unknown later.
well, no, she might have moved on by now. We might find nothing there, but we should be careful still.
Caution and carefulness. I'm out with that. Delve into the depths.
As you're gonna push in, cave is big enough for a person to squeeze through, but for Cheshire, this is gonna be painful for someone of your size. Down on all fours you go and start crawling. As you all sort of start filing in one by one. Sage at the front, because I think you have the best senses.
It's just because the bonus I have for
Yep.
keen sense.
But feel free to everyone to mark another progress in your track. As you make your way and kind of like as you push through the winding tunnels, you quickly see sort of a faint candlelight up ahead. As well, it's not much, but in the darkness, it's quite obvious as the tunnel opens into a larger cave As Sage, you see this young woman kind of sitting and just kind of like there's like a book she was reading before she looks up at you three walking in. As Cheshire, you recognize Gertrude just kind of sitting there. And this like larger area looks like a living space. There's like a makeshift bed made out of hay and blankets. There's like some clothes. There's like a chest with other things. This looks like a lived-in space. As she looks at the two of you, as the three of you, and says, "I didn't expect guests." She puts the book away.
Didn't expect anyone else to be here, to be honest.
Well, this is my home, so welcome. And she'll smile at you, Cheshire.
Cheshire just nods.
Well, you wouldn't happen to, I don't know, did you live alone here?
Does that matter?
Felt like it'd be rude for me not to say hello to anyone else. We did stumble across your door.
He is furthering deep, but well, don't need to worry about that, please. I don't have many chairs, but
Who's your cave-dwelling friend? The
sorry, what did you ask?
yeah. Who's your cave-dwelling friend?
Well, don't need to worry about him right now. So, how can I entertain you tonight? I presume you weren't just spelunking for no reason.
Well, there is a vampire in town. Trying to figure out exactly how that happened.
She
Man by
just
the
kind
name
of like
Devlin.
smiles as you see like her fangs.
Not cool, but oh sure. Well, I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but it seems you've made a new you. He's very scared and frightened right now.
If it counts for anything, I didn't mean it. It was my first time. And lost control. But I've gotten better at it. And as she looks at you, Cheshire, that was my second time. I assume third time will be even easier.
Do you two know each other?
Cheshire will say, "This is Gertrude, Mary's daughter."
I understand. I guess the devil really did take Mary's daughter.
More importantly, he helped me get free. Well, his blood at the very least.
Did he intend to make you, or was it an accident?
Shakes her
Hey.
head.
Were you made a vampire? I'm sorry.
It was the priest's son. He made me like this.
I didn't realize the priest had a son. Okay, does he? I assume he doesn't know about that.
I think you all learned. I don't know who learned here that.
Sage, there was an argument. I think Sage was the argument. Was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
no,
think I said because you heard the fact
Sage
that
was there.
that Donovich's son never returned with the rest of the people, so they just kind of assumed he died.
Yeah,
At the castle.
I'm talking about. Like, I guess he doesn't know his son's dead.
Yes.
He's more like, oh shit. Well, do you know how? Did he tell you how he survived? I assume everyone thinks the worst has happened to him, and you.
I haven't talked with him. He took me one night. And well, it's kept me here. And I've been able to sneak in and out, but
Is he the second dweller, I assume?
she nods.
What? Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
What I learned, randomly embracing people is very illegal in this land. From what I heard.
Well, I don't know anything about those laws. I don't want to kill people. I feel bad for what happened with Davlin. He was a sweet man, but deserved this.
Can I insight?
Yeah, I was about to say like, yeah, I'm looking, yeah.
Some letters that say otherwise, ma'am. Just want to make
You
sure.
can roll me secure advantage with wits.
Okay.
I'll fuck it up. Ignore that.
Well, burn momentum if that's all right.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Secure an advantage with wits, you say?
Magic Man
This
is not
is-
thinking today. Magic Man is not thinking today.
Another
oh my God.
miss. Holy shit.
Holy
weak-
fuck!
I have a weak hit. That's all I got.
It's at least a week at damn. Oh my god!
Darkseid and Cheshire. This girl is scared. And not just of like the whole but like of the person who turned her. She is visibly afraid. As Sage, I mean, yeah, there are stuff which like the letters, they don't really add up with this narrative, but I mean, you can ask further questions.
Yeah, she's gonna ask us. Well, how did you keep in contact with Davlin? It seems you had a different idea of your relationship on that matter. Or was that also an accident?
No, he made me do it. He pushed me into it. He said you needed someone to feed from. Was alone and isolated. I'm scared of him. He can be
But-
quite violent when I don't do what he says.
I assume killing him was also not part of the plan since
No.
he stopped you.
That was my mistake. I lost control.
What's the second vampire you spoke to? You mentioned that Davlan did not.
She said it was Doru. Says
No. I'm sorry. I might be reaching you. I'm sorry. She mentioned that you got freed by the devil. Because. Yeah.
She
because-
means that.
No,
I think
Zar-
she means
Zar-
that metaphorically.
Zark
she
just
said-
assumes like she got turned as a true vampire. That's what Zark's
yeah,
implying.
that's
here,
that.
basically.
Yes, that's what she.
Zark's implying basically.
So
like,
she
yeah.
said
Like,
by
who's-
his blood. which
Yeah, so
means
Zark's implying
yes.
like yeah. So like Like, I can rephrase the question. Like, yeah, how did you come to drink of the second vampire? Why'd you stay with Doru after becoming the
What am I supposed to do? Or should I go back into town and be killed? Should I go to the castle and be killed? Should I starve out into the woods?
Did you find the second wild vampire? It seems they seem to be the ruling class of this land, and you don't
Kill
look to me like
me.
a capable adventurer. How did you drink from his blood?
He had a vial of blood, and he when he ran away from the castle, he stole a few things. Was
Why did you
amongst them.
Why did you just not drink from Doru if he turned you?
Because he would. You think I can overpower him?
But why
Much
would he
stronger
give you
than me. What? Because he would
No.
bitch slap me.
No, but I like why would he give you the blood of the true vampire? Why would he just give you the blood
She's
himself?
implying she stole it from him, though.
Oh god, that was no,
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, it doesn't sound like he knows it's gone.
Yeah.
Ah,
So she's saying, hey, he stole a bunch of stuff from the castle, including a vial of the devil's blood. I stole that and drank it. I was very hungry. I saw it and I didn't realize after I drank it I was myself again. I could disobey him. I could.
Can I inside her as she's telling this story, telling us?
You've rolled your old insight. Your insight.
Luckily, don't worry, Grunt. I will play this miss like I missed. Don't worry, Grunt. As Shire will ask. Shire will say, "Oh, all right. Despair. Ismark wants to. What Ismark wants, he wants some way for Dowland to live even after reporting him. Apparently, for that, we have to. I don't know, force their hand. If we give them a vampire, are they going to ask too many questions? If there's this Doru here, could we put him down?
if Doru forced all into this, it should be clear evidence that he is the root of this. In fact, he turned Jew. So if we surrender him over to the authorities, they'll quickly dispatch of him.
They will question him. They'll learn about me, and then they'll come after me.
The authorities have already offered to take in another. I'm sure I'm sure they take in you as well.
I don't wanna. We'll never get to see my mother again. Please don't let them take me away.
It's sad to say it, Gertrude. You are a vampire. You eat. Well, your diet doesn't make it easy.
I can control myself. Tell them, Cheshire. Tell them.
Cheshire will say, Chief. When I was with Mary, when she came in, she had to feed. I was worried that she'd hurt her mother, so I let her feed on me. And I'm fine.
Sage has a raised eyebrow at that, but she kind of looks between them two. Says, okay, so one time you didn't kill someone and one time you did kill someone. The odds aren't really looking.
Well, that was the first time, and I was so hungry. It was easier the second time, and
You don't even know the rules or the ones you can break and can't break. You didn't even know you made a vampire.
You want to bet that the next Blackguard will be merciful? Should he discover
find
you?
me. They don't venture out in the woods.
But alas, you need to venture out to feed.
She
They
looks
don't need to
defeated.
venture out.
He's
One, I have a quick question before she continues. I assume we've been made aware. I know Cheshire knows it, but I will ask. Reddit is asking. There's been dead people before. They just don't know about them. They don't know how they've been killed, right? Because I remember Ismark was complaining to Cheshire about
Missing people, yeah, another.
Sorry, missing people. That's the one. I apologize. The missing people.
Was it missing people? I thought he was talking about how ghosts would go into people's houses and kill them.
Yeah, that was just yeah.
Okay. I
Yes,
apologize.
they were not in fact missing. Their bodies were quite found.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it
I thought
was-
they were talking about. I thought we were talking about Ismark dealing with. He's like, I can't have another like dead body.
there was,
Sorry.
so when they said like he was, so basically it's because it's not just her, it was also Doru in like the span of less than a week, right? And now Davlan,
yeah.
so it's like 3 people in like 2 weeks. Like holy
Okay.
shit.
I'm on board now. I understand.
And the family that was killed, that was just mentioning how the ghosts can and will enter your house and kill you. As please, you help me. You can take him down, and if you present him as the culprit, they can't ask questions of a dead body.
Cheshire will look at the others. Like, she's still just a child. She might be accursed, afflicted, but she's a child still.
So we kill another vampire before, who may also be a victim in this as well, and just be able to take her word for it. That assume that she's going to be able to control herself, that she won't hurt people. She's a child, you're right, but a child left here on her own without any support and just
And
the
will
hunger.
Davlon not eventually hurt people?
Of course. Which is why we should tell the proper people about this, right? There are rules. Like he told us.
By that, we should kill them all then, if they're all going to hurt people eventually.
She will
I'm
have to
not
leave. She will have to leave this cave, and eventually, a blackguard might spot her, a collector, townsfolk.
I'm not saying we kill her. I'm saying we can plead her case. She's a victim, right? She's also in trouble. He said they're willing to hear them out, hear them out and help.
I'm sure the investigator can accept the second one. Eventually, she will slip up.
You're all smart enough to realize Davlan's a vampire spawn. A vampire spawn and a true vampire are two very different creatures. They said Ismark was like, yeah, they'll accept a vampire spawn. They have plenty of those. And by what the scary man said, they don't have that many true vampires. Will they accept another fucking true vampire that can just fucking create more of their kind?
Oh, gotcha.
Not
And
the
one more
same situation.
And one more question to make sure I'm not confused.
Yes.
Doru didn't change her. She said she found a bottle and became a true vampire.
Yes, she didn't drink from Doru. She just drank from the bottle, and that kind of made her into this.
Okay. So we have no guarantee that he's a true vampire, that he could just be a vampire spawn.
No. So she said Doru turned me into a vampire spawn, which means he himself is a true vampire. But then she managed to break away from his control by drinking the vial of blood.
Gotcha. BG3 rules. I got you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Red. These are D&D Wikipedia rules.
Look, you're all right. I haven't played D&D with a vampire in a long time, so I want to make sure I know the rules outside the BG3.
That's why I was like, what about Doru? Who is he? I mean, the true vampires are creation. This must be sanctioned, from what I understand. And he doesn't. I don't think the nobility likes to live in caves.
Yeah. Didn't he? How did he escape from the castle without anyone noticing him?
Why would he escape if he wasn't a sanctioned vampire?
True.
I doubt the nobles would. I mean, I suppose they could make the rules.
Was he sanctioned?
I assume not if he's hiding out here, right?
Make many assumptions, Magic Man.
Look, I don't like the optics all around, and I know you're saying you can control yourself, but that's a lot of maybes and ifs and promises that you won't hurt Anyone.
We can stay around a while and just check. Make sure I don't hurt people.
And what about your other roommate? Will he have questions when he sees 3 non-vampire people here?
She's implying you'll kill Doru.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I
No,
gotcha.
she said earlier that, hey, just give up Doru's body to the authorities and they will not look any further. Because if you give him alive, they can just question him.
Quit.
Hmm. I don't like this, but Cheshire, you're the hero here. I trust your word on this. So,
Cheshire is just. She'll say softly. Gertrude promised she'd go visit her mother. I think it'd break her mother's heart if she didn't keep that promise. She couldn't keep that promise. You know, her mother almost ran right out into the spirits. The ghosts. How long do you think she'll be able to hold on for?
There's still the matter of the vampire who turned Doru. What if he turns more? Vampire ashes sadly cannot be affected by speak. You cannot speak to vampire ashes, unfortunately.
oh shit! I just remembered something. Maybe that'd be a big deal, but there's a guy who knows there's a third person involved. Is aware of Gertrude, or at least knows there's another vampire spawn around here.
Yeah. Cheshire is planning to get to that right now. The thing is, like, just needs to convince you guys not to kill her first.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
nobody's killing her. It's actually, I think, they
Yeah.
drag Doru basically to the authorities to question
Yeah.
what his point is.
Sage is like, I don't know if we should kill the other
Yeah,
vampire.
Dax also Dax wants to grab Doru to the authorities, which is what. Yeah, granted, unfortunately, leave that time
Yeah.
to time, but
I was gonna say for Cheshire, maybe the only one's getting it loud and clear. That's saying like, they will kill me if you do that. Like that
Yeah.
is killing her.
Yes, for Sage, she doesn't think they can because of what the scary man said, but like I said, she doesn't know any fucking thing, and she's gonna take Cheshire.
Grunt has said a true vampire is very different from a vampire spawn.
yeah, Zarki's plan is to talk to Scary.
Grunt has told us that.
Yeah.
It's
No,
more.
no,
No,
no.
I'm saying it's more in the fact that he said like, hey, like, oh, what applies to Davlin could it not apply to her because she is also a victim in this. She was turned into.
Again, the problem is Grunt has told us no, because she's not a vampire spawn.
Yeah, but
No,
Zark's still the opinion that we should try to talk to the Scary Man first.
No, like you're. I get what you're saying, Zaz. I understand what you're saying. I'm saying that Sage is trying to find another way.
Cheshire's mind, I'm gonna be honest. From Cheshire's mind, it does sound like you want to kill her, but you don't want to swing the sword.
No, Zark is very okay. We kind of get it. Zark is the utilitarian perspective of there's a vampire who turns people into vampires.
Yeah, and like I said, Sage is just like, I don't think we should kill this other guy without at least hearing his side of the story. We don't really have that.
Zark's point is basically like, what if the vampire turns more people into vampires? Like, this
Doru is in fact right in there. The guy who did that.
No, but guys are talking about the guy who turned Doru.
I think that happened at the castle.
Yeah. Because it seems like from what we gather at the very least, it seems like Doru escaped, got out of there apparently. Whoever changed him maybe had sanction to change him at the point, but he still left.
It was
because like we know Doru got took to the castle. We know that. That's a thing that like that's been established already.
Yeah, they just people just don't know. People just assume he's dead right now. And like I said, for Sage, she's arguing the fact that we shouldn't just kill Doru. She's not arguing the fact about Gertrude. At the end of the matter, she's gonna trust. She doesn't trust Gertrude, and she definitely doesn't. Like, hey, these letters show a different side of you just playing with a man's feelings for your own amusement right now. But yeah, she's gonna trust Cheshire more than she trusts herself in this regard because she doesn't know Gertrude and doesn't really know what's the best option. But yeah, we have a woman who, a young girl who was apparently kidnapped in a cave with a man she claims is hurting her. And you're not wrong. I think what really clinched it was the fact that Cheshire brought up the fact that her mother will be very disappointed if she doesn't see her daughter again.
Yeah, I was to talk to Dora because why would he try to turn someone at the castle? I think it's like immediately spotted. Like it's
No,
legend of being spotted immediately by the fucking guards.
he didn't turn her at the castle. He stole some stuff, came here, kidnapped her, made her to a vampire spawn. She found the vial, drank it, became true vampire. He doesn't know that.
I'm gonna take a guess that when he died and came back as a spawn, they were initially just gonna keep him because it's like, okay, fine. Then he ran away and stole something valuable, and they probably either didn't notice it or they just had bigger things to worry about because it's like, okay, we'll get that vial back, after we beat up these 10 more billion ghosts.
That's also true. That's about a good point. The ghost thing was coming up. They had to prepare for that more likely.
So they probably just. They either probably didn't have time to take the inventory of what he stole, or just maybe assumed we'll handle it after the 10 more billion ghosts come in.
That's right. They have to deal with the ghost smart.
Because that's honestly, from Cheshaire's point of view, the whole thing is like, regardless of what we think about it, we either kill both Doru and Gertrude, or we just kill Doru. Because like Doru did take someone as well.
Yeah, he did. And there's also I know Sage is like, she doesn't trust when Gertrude says I can control it. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You seem to have either have a music from like playing with these people, or I don't know how much you really want to control yourself. But like I said, she's trusting Cheshire because you've already engaged with her before.
Zalxis doesn't trust her ability to control herself.
We'll see. We're gonna go kill a vampire.
Yeah, I think it. What if you eventually get spotted?
That's for the future. Let's see those dice rolls. I've never actually played with D&D vampires, so the only time I've ever encountered them was because of the Baldur's Gate 3 game, so I was just like, what the fuck? The rules are so weird here.
Yeah. They do follow the strict hierarchy. Be furious fucking wait, the vampire spawns are a thing, fuck.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, hold on, fuck, that's a thing. Okay, damn, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, the fact that vampires spawn can't like embrace people, yeah, no, that's just a thing.
Yeah. I found it out of BG3.
Yeah, no, like I don't. The vampire like thing in 5e does not imply that there's like a huge ritual. It more implies the fact that you have to be released from service before you can actually start embracing people. I like, it doesn't seem to imply there's a big ass ritual you have to do. I believe the implication is you do need to drink the blood of the man who embraced you, though, before you can actually embrace people yourself, before you become an actual vampire. Although I think actually you can just do. I think a vampire spawn can actually just drink the blood of fucking anyone.
Yeah,
that's an actual vampire.
I mean, this is what happened here in this case. So I assume we're on these rules.
Ah, yes, Kate's going on his bender.
Let a man drink, the man of hobby.
Of course.
It's fucking nothing. The ball's almost empty. I'm not sure if you already like drank beforehand.
I assume when you zoom up, there'll be more.
Much left in the bottle, at least. No, I don't see that much in the bottle left. I mean, I see the other bottles.
So how you guys enjoying the game so far?
Very fun, very fun.
Nice.
Yeah. I see it. I see a demon shadow lady in the making of Gertrude over here.
See her potential.
I do in fact see the fucking heart of evil. Smell it. I smell your morality, lawful evil.
Look, as long as you're nice to her and be her friend, she won't fucking kill you.
Listen, Cheshire, I'm sure we can help her. I'm sure we can help her. Luckily, Cheshire has a very well honed sense of right and wrong. Unfortunately, it's completely her own sense of right and wrong. It's mapped directly and uniquely onto her upbringing of being just living in the fucking Neverwinter woods.
You know what? I think it's better than most. At least it's better than Sage's right now. I think you're at least she considers you a higher tier than most.
So, back.
How's it going?
Gonna say, I'm not sure if you reached a conclusion.
We're gonna probably more likely kill the priest's son.
Okay, so
I have convinced them of the righteous path.
The demon shadow ladies do keep winning in the GCU.
I have some doubts, but we're gonna kill this man's son, and he'll never know it. Maybe.
Zog is still kind of reserved because he wants to, because he thinks that the door will run away.
He will know it because he's like deeper into the cave. But as she kind of, as you agree to assist with this, you can see hope in her eyes. Thank you. I can show you where his room is deeper in.
All right. Lead the way.
As she'll kind of get up. Use the candle to light the way, as this cave sort of opens into multiple passages that get even narrower, which is more of a hindrance for you, Cheshire, than anyone else. But as she clearly knows where to go. She kind of brings you up close to down the path before sort of glancing behind and says, kind of whispering, "It's up ahead." Eventually, she'll open up into a room where, you'll see this young man sort of. This place is filled, like, as her call them rooms, but you get what I mean. As this place is also filled with a lot of knickknacks and looks lived in. There's the important and the distinct feature in the room is there are two smaller but like still like fully like people-sized coffins. As you see the young man sort of sitting next to one of them, as he like looks up, his eyes reflecting the faint light from the candle. As there's clearly a moment of panic and stealing into him as he sees all of you crawl into this larger area. Not sure what you do.
Look at my stats.
Are you just gonna like straight up fucking like dogpile him, or are you gonna try and like talk with him? I heard you sigh, Red. Why are you sighing?
Is Gertrude here?
Yeah, I mean, she's the one that led you.
Yeah.
The demon Shirley's are poised to win, unfortunately, always.
Oh, geez. She's gonna glance at Cheshire, a little bit unsure about this one as she pulls out her daggers, essentially looking at her.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Doru looks like only a few years older than her. As like, you draw weapons. Why are you making faces in chat, Red? Seems to me like you're not enjoying this.
No, Red, do you think, no, Red, do you think I'm enjoying this? Do you think I'm having fun? I am. I am. But that's besides the point.
It's like, so what's the meaning of this?
Just gonna say, I'm sorry. As I have this cool thing where it's like, I get to activate a rage as a part of being a barbarian, and I get bonuses. I get to add +1 to some of my moves. I get to add I do +1 harm on hits.
Well, before, let's see, you have a must Yeah, so when you're surprised or ambushed, this is surprise. So first of all, if you're gonna be the first one to engage, I need to roll me enter the fray. That kind of
Enter the
dictates
fray.
you start with the
Yeah.
initiative or not.
Yeah. So you might be rolling with what is it, hearts, shadows, or wits?
I feel like this is hard because you're just fucking straight up. There's no deception. There is no like you're not maneuvering. You're not ambushing him. Yeah. So you can choose one if you want to have the initiative or take the momentum.
Yeah, Shah's the kind of person she likes to take the initiative. She's not a defensive fighter.
Yeah. So you just as he like it's like what's the meaning of this? You just start like bull rushing him with your weapon drawn. Give me a strike roll.
All right. With this, I will
Yes.
enter into a rage, so this will give me a +1 as well.
Yep. As
So-
you let out this roaring cry that echoes throughout all the cavern paths.
Not a weak hit.
Uh, damage. Nothing. No, you
Yeah,
actually
I
you deal +1
Huh?
harm. Never mind. Never mind. So it's 3. 3. As yeah, your sword sort of skewers him as you kind of like pin him against the wall. What are the other two doing? What's happening?
Oh, goodness. Okay. Who
I'm
said we
sorry,
could do
Red.
this?
Yeah, we have to do this. Yeah.
No, you're good. Probably take a glance of Gertrude before going forward to.
well, you guys don't have to.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, actually, I'm gonna glance at Gertrude. Does she have any reaction to this?
I mean, she's clearly not an experienced fighter, but
Like, it's like imagine if I was in a game. It was just 2 ticks.
it does feel like you're with 2 ticks right now. But yeah,
Let's
she's
see.
like waiting for something.
Yeah, he says, oof. Because I don't like Cheshire is not wrong in the sense there's no way this, at least from what we know, there's no way this is gonna work out without everyone dying here. So she feels bad in the sense that she knows that she just can't play around with this one. She will. I think I have. I don't. Will this consider striking from being concealed or hidden grunt if I?
You're not. There's no.
Yeah. Gotcha. Cause yeah, I go to strike him, assumably so.
Yeah. Give me clash.
Oh dear. Okay. This would be iron, right? Yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
using my dagger.
Yeah. There we go. Choose. You can choose one.
I'll take the one. I'll inflict 1 harm.
So yeah, that's as you follow swiftly after Cheshire, as you start slashing at him with the daggers. As at that point he will just turn into mist, completely sort of like falling in between your blades.
Ooh. Can I use like basically like a bind the person based on like a bind spell basically?
You can't bind mist.
Hold. Fuck. I forgot it. Shit, that doesn't.
You can burn him.
You can't
Burn him,
burn.
though. Yeah, like in front of rebuke. Yeah. It's a fucking weapon there. So I'll roll basically still strike or clash. Grunt, clash, or strike?
It would be a strike because you have the initiative.
Got it. I'll roll. Let's custom modifiers too. because I need to roll. I can't roll with heart, unfortunately. Miss with a match.
Sorry, Steve, no.
Well, let's. So you were trying to
but
burn him,
actually,
right?
but I do have a thing though. I do have a thing from from sorcerer, where
Amazing.
when you make a move by casting a spell, you can attempt to twist the spell to overcome the miss.
You can attempt to overcome the miss.
I'm thinking how to overcome the miss in this case.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
You can burn everything in front of you.
Ooh.
I mean, some friendly fire.
Oh dear.
It's not like gonna deal too harm. Not gonna kill them.
Fuck. No, I'll take.
Have I recovered any of that damage that goes?
No.
I'm sorry, I would rather eat the miss with a match. I'm the 2-hit damage.
Okay.
Plus, it's not even guaranteed that I'll fuck. I might just roll a 1 on the action die
That
anyway.
would be funny for you.
The thing is, it's not a full reroll. It's only the action die, so I might like roll a 1 on the action die anyway.
So as you, as Zarkid, you focus on a spell, as it just the magic sort of, it's wild, untamed. You are not a wizard, not like those nerds. You follow your instinct. Unfortunately, you hesitated too much, and as you just kind of like let out, you wanted to sort of let out this jet of flames to hit the mist and hopefully harm it. Think you'll roll? No, I'll decide what the fuck you happens to. Guess what, Mac? I'm the Oracle.
Turn this man into a flower pot.
As you get like lopped, as there's a pushback effect from your magic, as you slam against the cave wall, and as your magic sort of fucking bursts, there's a bit of a cave in. Take 2 harm, because you did just knock your head against a fucking rock really badly. As the other 3 are now stuck in a cave in, as the mist is flowing through the cracks. And the other 2 would react to this.
Okay.
As Gertrude just kind of, you see her like lop a bottle of oil before throwing the candle. As there's this flames that erupt, that sort of catch the mist before it kind of manages to completely pass away. As it's not having like such a powerful effect, but clearly still injuring, as he like turns from mist back to physical form, as the flames catch upon his skin, burning his flesh. As Cheshire, you can deliver the final blow at this point if you...
Yeah, Cheshire will lift the axe, bring it down.
As you cleave his head, you just separate it from the body. He stops. The screaming stops. The struggle stops. He just... As you suddenly see him sort of surrounded by this shadowy mist, as he disintegrates before the shadow mist just flies back into the coffin. As she shouts for you to finish him. As she's gonna like throw, like she takes off one of her like blankets around and just kind of tries to put out the fire.
Do any of us know how to kill a true vampire? Because can I roll for that? Because how do we kill him, finish him, basically, if he's a shadow?
Well, you
Or
need
is he
to
just-
open the coffin first.
Okay. I will do so. Dagger in hand.
And
What?
as you open the coffin, you can see he is in there now, physically formed. As well, she kind of shouts to you, says, "Kill him now. He'll die for good." As he's just clearly slowly healing himself, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stab him now. What do I have to roll for that one?
Nothing, because
Strength?
he's not gonna fight back.
Yeah, just gonna.
Drive your dagger deep through his chest. As eventually the process stops. And then it just kind of ends. As well, Cheshire, you know what? Decapitation is always a best bet, so why don't you do it again?
Yeah, Cheshire is going to I imagine this funny thing is Sage is just like the dagger is sunk in, she's breathing heavily, and suddenly just ram.
Yeah.
Screed.
As you lop off his head again, and this time nothing happens. He stays like that, indicating that well, he's dead.
Yeah.
As Gertrude kind of like falls to the ground, breathing a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, Xerxes, you are on the other side of this small cave-in.
Ooh. That's very unfortunate.
On the other side, Gertrude kind of like looks back at the cave-in, and should be easy to clear out.
You mind? Yeah, but can I speak? Can I hear them?
You can hear like muffled noises, but yeah, you can
Ah.
still hear them. As she will begin sort of removing these large fucking boulders like they weigh nothing.
Yeah.
Dig ourselves out of this then. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, with her help, it's not gonna be like she is stronger than Cheshire. Like her small frame means nothing. As between the two of them, they can easily just remove the rubble.
While we're moving the rubble away, Shire is going to tell Gertrude that still need to be careful. Man was able to use magic to figure out a bit about what happened, as she'll tell Gertrude about the man and the spell.
Do not. I'll keep out of sight. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can all mark another progress on the vow. Not sure if you search the room, Sage, while these two are digging stuff up.
Of course she searches the room. What do you mean? Of course she's gonna search the room.
Well, there's like a few chests. There's stuff that looks like it's been sort of stolen from somewhere. Some of these things look old, some of them look a bit more new. There's of course some clothes, there's some books. There are some there's a few weapons, like a dagger, and it's like nice looking mace. There is in fact a used pot. There's the empty vial that you can see that it once held a liquid viscous substance that is simply labeled as Blood of the Master.
You want to yoink that?
It's empty now, but
It's evidence, Grant. It's
it
evidence.
is
What do you mean?
evidence.
But nothing else. That was all that was there.
Well, you can give me a gather information.
Do I add any of my senses to it, or just simple wits roll?
No, it's just a wits roll.
I
Miss.
believe in you.
Wits is not. This is not the session for wits for some reason.
Yeah, I miss that.
Now listen. Do not include me in your guys' failed wits rolls. I have a wits of 1. You have a wits of 2. You're as good at this. I'm merely bad at the thing I'm bad at. You're bad at the things you're good at.
he's right. He's right.
He
but
is
yeah,
right.
It's a mess. Like unless you were to stay here and do maybe like proper investigation, you don't have the time. There's a lot of things.
yeah.
As eventually the rubber gets cleared, as the Xerxes, you do see them on the other side.
So quite unlucky.
All made it. Thank you. Thank you. It's was I was so scared. As tentatively, she will kind of give you a hug, Cheshire.
Yeah, no, Cheshire will hug her back. Yeah. At least the worst is over now. Might not be easy from here on out, but I think it will get better.
Well, I assume we can Sage wrap up Doru's body because I assume we're taking it for the evidence to show what
Yeah,
the
yeah, you can
right?
start dragging his body.
Use blankets. We can wrap him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to avoid the sun as much as possible here.
Well, it's gonna be nighttime when you get out, so. Because you entered at the beginning of the night. As by the time you make it out, probably past midnight. As just the sounds of the woods and darkness all around you. She will help you out with this entire process, which makes it easier. And presumably then you make your way back into town.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, we had. Should we go to Ismark with all the stuff we have and don't want to drag a body to cause alarm, right?
Probably for the best. Yeah.
Try not to let people see this.
Gonna like leave the body outside of town and then try and make your way through to tell him.
Okay.
I don't think we may want to leave the body alone, but someone should go in to tell him. Yeah.
Yeah. Magic Man, if you want to go tell him.
Yeah. No, Sage, you sure you don't want to go and tell him? He likes you so much.
He hates my cats, actually.
Yeah, Magic Man will go.
Well, as the two of you wait with the body outside, Xerxes, you make your way into town. As there appears to be a commotion near the tavern. As you can clearly see that, well, the bartender is standing in the doorway shouting insults at like two nocturnal gentlemen, as they are like well dressed, well armed, as they seemingly are mocking him.
Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do.
Well, unfortunately, you are passing by, so, and you are outside. He is inside. You are not. As one
He's
of
not
them,
going out for a reason.
Yeah, as one of them will glance as you're just kind of walking by and kind of elbows the other guy. It's like one of them's outside. As they both like move with insane speed. As I'm not sure if you're gonna try and run away or do anything.
running away is, I think, rather pointless against the.
As yeah, you just kind of like stand there. You in like mere seconds they cover a great distance as they're both next to you. Well, I've never seen one of your kind. While
Some greetings, gentlemen. This is some kind of misunderstanding.
I don't think there's any misunderstanding, devil. And he like gestures for the other guy. On their blood, they supposedly they taste spicier. The other one kind of like nods. I think the commander would enjoy him. I think she would, but well, she's not here right now.
Gentlemen, I'm sure your commander would enjoy me very much. I am currently on active duty, so to speak. I know they hunger for my tender devil flesh.
I mean, when you say that, like they'll both look at you and kind of like chuckle. I'm sorry, I must have missed the moment we hired the devils for our army.
Oh no, I'm not part of the army. No.
Who do you work for?
I am hoping to conduct an investigation. External specialist, you see.
Still don't hear any names that I should care about.
The true scary man did not give a name. In fact, unfortunately,
Did not.
that did not fuck. I'm working with the Burgermeister to figure out the situation with the vampire spawn.
I didn't hear anything about that, so sounds to me like someone's lying. I think we should question you further. As one of them puts his arm on your shoulder before you kind of hear a soft, womanly voice coming from the tavern as Mirabelle walks out, and it's like, now, it's no way to treat guests, and you don't want me telling the Archmage about this. As they both immediately sort of back off. Of course, they apologize as they will bow deeply. Says, now I believe you are a day early, so scatter along. As they both sort of turn into mist and just kind of disappear.
Appreciate your assistance there. I thought the collection was tomorrow.
It is, but sometimes some of the soldiers get a bit too excited and they think they can just, well, they find people like you wandering outside at night. Let's just say,
I doubt most locals can object.
exactly. You are not most locals.
Alas, physical prowess is not my forte, and I don't think I would have been able to resist against them. I appreciate your assistance there. Barclock is shitting and pissing.
He's Gwen is looking for the best and the strongest caliber gun. Shoot you.
So as she smiles, nods, and says, "Well, given the fact that you were brought here against your will, the least I can do to help you along and keep you out of trouble."
That's actually a little bit of a courteous bow.
Now, I would As she like starts walking with you, because you're clearly she said you were at Ismark's house. Say,
Yeah.
now, as I would appreciate you returning the favor. Curious to learn what you found out.
Ooh. Ooh. We we did a bit of investigation and we found the vampire that turned the poor Devlin. I was going to Ismark's house. I wanted to inform him that we now sadly the vampire's not to inform him about that. Hopefully that will suffice as evidence to appease the authorities.
Sure, they will be happy to. I found the perpetrator. You wouldn't be happen to lie to me right now. Omitting information is not very nice to someone who just saved your life.
Fuck. Ooh, fuck. I can really fuck. No, do I want to fuck over Gertrude? I do kind of want to fuck over Gertrude, actually, and thank you. Fuck. Ah. Zoxy's a rat. I think Zoxy's a rat.
I would say I'm surprised. I'm not surprised.
I am in fact listening.
When did you ever play a character that was loyal to anything?
Listen, the Vistani are powerful. I know we can't afford to piss them off, and this lady just saved me. Yes. Wow, the situation's a bit it's a bit more complicated. I did not lie about finding the root cause, but the root lying outside is a bit higher than the root technically directly related to that land.
Question is, will you tell her basically what kind of transpired?
Yeah.
Gonna make you recount the entire series of events. Are you leaving anything out? And that means like anything from the fucking mysterious stranger who helped you investigate.
Probably the mysterious stranger.
Well, that sounds like
Shadow roll.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a secure and advantage shadow?
Red, what you missed, Red, was Mac going like, I don't want to lie to the Vistani, and then during telling them everything, decided to lie to them anyways. It's really funny, actually.
I'm sure he will not fail and just completely get ass fucked.
Fuck, it's only a weak hit. Fuck it. I take one momentum. Was a weak hit not sufficient?
No, your advantage is short-lived.
How short is short-lived? Is it somewhere between
seconds.
like
5 seconds over here? So it's a missile. It's a bit of a.
She's like, yeah, you tell her everything with the exception of the mysterious stranger.
Yeah, I'll take it to explain to her the blind by omission, the moral conundrum.
Well, she just kind of like smirks a bit as Zark says, "You do realize you're a smart individual. I feel like you're a smart individual. You would realize this."
Yeah.
She is the one that sent you to the tree at a very convenient time. She nods and says, "Well, that's all. I suppose, so that's it. Ends well, it is well. And she kind of
Hopefully
breaks off and starts walking away.
Mac threading the needle.
I did in fact pick the worst option. It's fine. Listen, it's fine. Listen, I need to reclaim my.
saw Mac, Mac looked at the fence and was like, that's dog shit. Why would anyone sit on this? Then looked at it, I was like, oh no! How did that happen?
Listen,
Literally.
I need to retake my position as professional L taker. I need to listen.
I will not lie to the Vistani as I'm lying to the Vistani.
Listen, it's fine. Listen, I need to take my position as L taker.
Please, Maribel, please go talk to Cheshire, who will actually already tell you, yeah, we talked to this weird guy.
It's gonna be way worse. Because now she realized he kind of muddled some of the facts.
Line by much, buddy. Listen, it's fine. Listen, listen, I need to reclaim the professional L taker title, Grunt. Take stole that title from me. I'm working really hard to get that back.
And yeah.
The problem is you do it on purpose, though, Mac. You do it on purpose. It's not honest. It's not an honest L.
As you
I feel that this is an honest L.
As you arrive to Ismark's house. You knock at the door and he'll open. I was wondering if you would hear you come back. Come in.
Yeah, as you said. Yes, we found some various, I think something that should appease the authorities. It's currently lying outside as it's a body. We didn't want to drag a body through the streets.
Okay. Nobody should be out. They tend to stay inside. Sometimes soldiers from the castle will...
Looks like they'd meet two of them. Luckily, Mirabel chased them off.
He kind of like has a raised eyebrows.
I'm not sure why she did that, and this also worries me.
Xarxes, are you lying to Ismark?
Oh no, I'm not. I don't intend to lie to Ismark.
Pretty clear why she did that. She wanted to question you.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. I mean, I didn't intend to lie. I don't intend to question me, but like basically, there was no intention of lying here, but like, but he doesn't know why she wanted to question him.
That's a different thing. He'll just
why
would she help you?
I do not intend to lie here. I mean, I get that he's supposed to. Basically,
roleplay, Mac. Focus. Continue roleplaying.
The remark was basically like, why would she basically? What's her fucking aim here? Basically, in general, not just in the specific action Grunt. That was the intention of what I said. If Ismark does ask a clarifying remark, Zox will clarify, Grunt.
He said, why would she want to help you? And you're like, I don't know.
For fuck's sake, that's not what. Well, she did give us one of the hints towards the tree.
Wait, so she helped you as well?
Indirectly so. This is a quite situation. I think this we're in.
Guess you can roll me secret advantage with wits if you're just gonna.
I'm not trying to lie here, Grunt.
Mac. So listen. How should I explain this? You're like, why would she help you? I don't know, and you just leave it at that. When in fact you do know why she helped you with these two individuals. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie.
I did not. I basically explained it to my father. Basically.
Well, you didn't explain. You explained. You justify it to me as the GM. I need you to roleplay it out. The role-playing game, Mac.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, she. No. Maybe want to ask some questions about to see what I discovered.
Of course. Should have known. Nosy as per usual. Listen, let me go grab Father Donovich and take the body back around to the church. Nobody will ask questions if I'm with you. We'll bring a small cart as well. As yeah, he's gonna just grab his coat and meet with Donovich as they'll bring back a cart. Meanwhile, Cheshire and Sage, you're waiting with the body on the outskirts. Oh,
Yeah.
see Mirabelle walking to guards.
Yeah. Sage's body's playing with some daggers right now. Not really curious, but not trying to look alarmed.
The people of the hour.
Cheshire will just, yeah, as Cheshire will just, like, because she's probably, like, sitting down, she will stand up, full height. Maribel?
I heard you did quite a lot today. Quite active. Good to keep yourself busy. That one happened to be the decapitated body of a specific vampire.
Yes.
I have a small little favor to ask of you. You were so instrumental in figuring out this problem. I will pass you off to these two lovely guards. And, well, you'll be escorted tomorrow after alongside the other people who will be collected to the castle to testify. You are quite important witnesses in this incident, and most likely they'll be able to sort out your traveling problems as well.
Sage raises her hand. Are we guaranteed safety? Because so far what I've heard about the castle doesn't really
Of course.
inspire confidence.
Right of hospitality is an important thing to everyone around here. I will have to ask you to surrender the body for now.
Cheshire will say, can we at least have it confirmed to Ismark that, well, his problem, the village's problems should be, for now, done with?
You've killed. I'm gonna say, Xarxes, did you tell her about Gertrude as well?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so as well, if this was the only true vampire around and we have no more spawn showing up, then I don't see a problem.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Cheshire will nod. She won't say anything to that, but she'll just nod.
I shall snap her fingers, and the guards just will head over and grab the body before starting to walk away. It says, and because you are so helpful, I may even put in a good word to them to not kill Davlin.
Appreciate it.
He is a victim in all this at the end of the day.
Sure, he will be fine. They always can use more soldiers. Somebody will be here to escort him tomorrow. A good night. And she smiles and turns around and starts walking away.
As she walks away, Sage turns to Cheshire, just says, like, "What? Who the fuck is she? Like, that's a big deal, right? It's just what she just did."
We've been told the Vistani hold a position of some influence.
A lot of influence. I'll try to stay away from the bad side as much as I can.
She knew to send us to a man who could conjure magic. I doubt that she sent. I doubt that she sent us there with being unaware of his presence. Does not take a smart man to connect those.
True. I think you've had enough mysteries for today.
Well, we might as well go to the burger, to Ismark's manor. But there's no sense waiting here now.
Yeah, we allow us entry or allow me specifically to go inside. He seems to really not, I don't know, have some... I haven't stolen from him yet, so I'm not sure what this animosity comes from.
Do you often steal from people?
Oh, have people I plan to see again in the future.
He asked you to do this. I don't see why he would refuse you entry after he's asked you to do something for him.
True. You're right. Good point.
You make your way back in town. You kind of meet halfway as the other three were coming towards you.
Yeah. Ismark, I will, whisper this to him. Maribel came with guards to retrieve the body.
Oh, this will not end. This will it?
And myself, Sage, and I would imagine Zoxys are going to be taken to the castle to give testimony.
I don't know what game she's playing then. Suppose you are all hired after today.
Yes, much.
I have some spare rooms if you want.
Yes, as she will also whisper, and she'll whisper to him, making sure that because Donovich is Donovich there with them?
Yeah, but
Or-
you can just find a moment to just quietly say something to him.
It was the priest's son. We were, as she'll say that as at least I think it was him. Don't know how you want to tell him.
I will talk to him.
At the very least, his son is at peace now.
Thank you. Why don't you three head ahead of us?
Nod. I don't know where he lives actually. Is Zarcy not lead the way?
Yeah, that will lead the way to the manor.
As Mark and Donovich will stay a bit behind. Stuff to talk about. As by the time you get there, the lights are on in the house. As Irina will open the door.
Cheshire will just nod as she walks in.
Good evening. Sorry to well, sorry to barge in.
No worries. I've made some of the beds and have some fresh tea if you feel a bit cold from the night.
Appreciate it. Name's Sage, by the way.
Hey, Rena.
Lovely to meet you.
Twice. My brother told me you are helping out with problems. Thank you. On behalf of Barovia.
No problem.
It's just what I do.
Yeah, she's gonna have some hot drinks and she'll show you to your rooms as well. This is a much larger house, so there's some empty bedrooms for their guest room. As much later, Ismark would probably arrive as well. I'm not sure if you want to talk with him at this point or if there's any conversation between the three of you that you want to have.
Yeah, as Shia will just say it's... Maribel asked a few pointed questions. She knows more than she lets on.
I think I'm pretty sure she has a suspicion about Gertrude.
She absolutely does. She made a very pointed question about if the only true vampire is dead, then there should be no more threat to the village.
It's also the fact of the matter that she went on her way to find that body in particular, and no one else knew about it. How did she know?
You questioned me beforehand.
What did you tell her?
Both Gertrude and Dor.
She knows I lied to her then.
Oh, she knows you lied, but she didn't point it out to you. I'm not too sure what her angle is.
I don't like this. I don't like this part. Whatever politics game he's playing, or amusement.
Why do you two keep playing it?
Because we got involved into it, Nathan. I was quietly grabbed by two guards.
Hopefully, when we get to this castle and speak to whoever we need to speak to, we can clear all this misunderstanding up and go right where we belong.
To some degree, we need to speak to people in power, unless we befriend the Vastani, which you require a certain character, and since both of us lied to them at this point, that did withhold a small detail, which she might find out if she digs further. Yeah, no, we will need to befriend someone in a higher position of authority, or at least on the same level. Get out of here, or we just find a chest with enough gold to pay for return service.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Gold is really the thing they care about here.
Yeah, so go favor for favor. It has to be. I would not like to spend my retirement days here.
It's not exactly the most welcoming place.
Unless the entire situation is a lot more complicated than it seems. And she did put the dagger in the door, which means she probably had
That one.
That's right, that one, yeah. In fact, they're both similar. I forget they're two different people.
Yeah.
In my head, I fucking consider Davlin to be Toru, but he's not.
Yeah, Sage already pointed out the fact that she was the one who did it.
Yeah, I know, but
With her dagger, no less too, which is also
Yeah.
interesting. But
yeah, she clearly knew more about it. But if you know about both, not enough dwelling about this. I hope we can talk to the authorities and clear this whole thing up.
Well, as you say that, There's a commotion outside. There's fucking you can like the door gets like some heavy bangs as Ismar kind of you can hear his footsteps around the house.
Mhm.
As I'm not sure if you're gonna like look outside of your room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shire has the grip on the axe.
As yeah, he'll kind of go to the room and says, "What in the seal?" As you can see, Cheshire, because I think you're the only one looking outside.
Oh, Sage would be looking if she could peek past Cheshire's wonderful shoulders, of course.
I guess you will in fact do the Scooby Doo thing where you all kind of like one head above each other.
Yeah.
As kind of beyond Ismark, you see this woman fully decked out in like armor, has like a sword, and looks very real at the door. And behind her, you see some soldiers, and behind the soldiers, you large, giant, wolf-like creatures. It says, I know you're harboring the fugitives, Ismark. Either you can bring them out, or, well, I'll take this as a sign of you resisting. I don't want to level this house. I remember when your father was still fixing it. As Ismark just kind of like, on what grounds? Theft, conspiracy, obstruction of justice. I could keep going.
Cheshire, hearing that, she is already heading down. I mean, she'll look at the others and she'll tell them, either find a way to run, or come with me. We will not put these people in danger.
There's no way to outrun my alliance. I do not have teleportation.
Cheshire's already going down.
Oh,
She's not
sorry.
waiting
Yeah.
for the
Oh
explanation.
yeah.
Like
But
she's
yeah,
telling you guys, run or come
No.
with me.
No, Zox is also going down because there's no way to outrun an army of vamps.
Ah.
No.
Sage probably sees them both leave and sighs heavily, following behind them.
Cheshire will just say, as Cheshire is like coming down, she will say, I will come peacefully, if it's me you're looking for.
You and your other friends, yes. The Ismark, they will be so defensive about this. They seemingly are much wiser than you are. As Ismark just kind of looks at the three of you with like a fucking resigned, sad, sorry face. Not at this point, unfortunately. It's too late.
I kept running away for a moment. This is bullshit.
As kind of gestures, and yeah, there are these vampiric knights. You can see like these pale men, again fully decked into arms and armor, and you see the werewolves behind them as well. Gestures for you to come outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Shire's going outside, she will ask, may I know the crimes I'm accused of?
Of course, we are nothing if not lawful here in Barovia. First of all, I need to fully perform an inspection on you, if you wouldn't mind, to confirm at least one of the charges.
Of course.
As yeah, she'll kind of gesture for one of the guards. He'll start kind of like rummaging through your gear, your pockets, your everything, as they find your little pouch, say.
That get there.
As they kind of like, once he finds the knight kind of like approach, says, Knight Commander. She like takes that, opens it and says, well, at least the theft part is correct. As she pulls out this very impressive and large-looking signet ring. This is well, seal from Ravenloft. The Ravenloft seal. That's no people could get executed for this.
Wow, I can't believe it was out in the woods. How odd.
She looks back at Ismark. Says, "These are really the people you were trying to hide." She looks at you, Cheshire, and says, "Now you understand why we must arrest you."
Hey, I'm the one who did it. They didn't have anything to do with the whole thing. It's on me.
No, but you are outsiders, and I'm not sure how closely you would be working together. Worry, it will be a simple process of questioning. Of course, there will be no other secrets you would be hiding. No other illegalities I need to avoid, and if it's only you that has stolen something so precious and valuable, well, then it's just you who will have to face punishment.
Now, Grant. This does seem like this happening after Gertruda gets told about, not Gertruda, but after Maribel gets told about Gertruda. That seems pretty. Is it reasonable to assume that, like, yeah,
Things are escalating quite quickly.
She did promise us an escort to the castle.
yeah, as Cheshire will say, kind of like keep it a bit low, just because because I don't know if there's anyone. I know there's no crowd, but I don't want anyone who might be like watching from like building like the other houses to overhear this. Cheshire will just say, "There's another vampire, a girl named Gertruda. She was turned by the one that we killed. She's just a girl. Child."
She kind of like, as she like lets out a long sigh. Well, you'll give me her whereabouts and I will send people to apprehend, and if she doesn't resist, we'll bring her in and that will be fine.
Shire just nods.
Already a bit more cooperative. You understand how you not telling this, trying to, does raise a lot of questions. I will still have to bring you in.
Of course.
Well, as there's a moment where like this sort of portal door kind of opens after you.
Yeah, Cheshire will walk through.
Fall behind Cheshire.
Yep.
The portal can, as you step through, you see sort of in front of you this large, towering castle. As the other soldiers step through and the knight commander follows you and says, "Welcome to Ravenloft.